Hello everyone, Treecks here. We're continuing the Fire Temple in the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3-heart challenge. Navi is indicating something. I happen to know what it is. Mr. Scarecrow. This place is completely optional. It only leads to a Skulltula and a chest. But the chest is also optional because it's only rupees. But since I'm going for 100%, I need to get this Skulltula. Right, up here. Alright, let's continue up. There's a Skulltula on this grating. However, that's not it. There's another one on the wall over here. Optional area hosting 2 gold Skulltulas. That's all I'm doing here. I'm not getting the chest. There's a switch here. And then you need to use hook shots and running to get up to a chest that's available once you press the switch, which is timed switch obviously, and it'll only contain a huge rupee. But I'm 3 rupees away from max, so that's going to be a waste of time. Not going to do it. We have the Skulltulas, so I'm out. Wait for the platform. Oops. Dropped a little too early, but didn't take damage. Didn't take damage there either. Lucky me. Could have lost 2 hearts there. Okay. We have the 2 keys we need, so we can continue the dungeon. We've already seen where we need to go next. Do not get impressed by the wall of fire. Do not get impressed by the fire bubbles. Let's unlock. And the next section. It's my least favorite part actually of this dungeon. This is a very annoying room. Whoa, camera's freaking out. Now we will point out we're on top of the... Ow! Rude! Die. Now we will point out that we're on top of the room where we met Darunia, with this big spire running across it. Something we need to remember for later. This is why I don't like this room. Stupid fire appearing everywhere, making this some kind of a maze. An invisible maze, because you don't know where the fire will turn up until you're right next to it. So you get hit a lot. Right, chest. You already know what this is going to be. What are we missing in this dungeon? Well, the compass. Guess what? Alright, that's all we need to do for here. Now we need to get to the other side of the room. Don't scare me like that. Thank God all these fire traps don't hurt too much. Always a quarter of a heart. This room I don't like. Can go there. Yeah, I can go through here. Why can I hit these guys with the sword? Right, we'll use our final key here. There's a cell over here, the switch is up top, we'll get that later. Not something we can reach right now. More fire keys here, I think. Oh. I'm not surprised. Okay, hit the switch. Get rid of this wall of fire. Go around. Time restrict on this. And die. Alright, we need to get rid of this door because it's obviously a fake. It will hurt you if you try to open it. I'm not falling for that trick. And mini-boss time. This dungeon's mini-boss. Flare Dancer, I believe it's called. Yep, correct. Easy, just hookshot it. It will drop its flames and you can kill it. And especially with the big Goron sword, it's going to be a quick fight. You would jump on the other side. If you wait too long, it'll start moving and it'll spread fire and everything. It becomes a burden. You have more than enough time to just find it, hookshot it, get rid of its fire. You can also use arrows for it and bombs. 2 hits with the big Goron sword for each phase, and it's gone. Easy. You don't get the dungeon item immediately from this mini-boss. Dungeon item is definitely the reward for the mini-boss, but Nintendo decided to put a couple of rooms behind it. And an extra puzzle before we get the item we want. Oh! I was wanting to stand on the edge, not drop off it. Drop a bomb. Or you can stand on the very edge and try to hookshot it or arrow it. Also a way. It's definitely not a way to hit the switch first and then try to climb up. You'll never make that. Believe me, people have tried and failed. Alright, this is the room where we get the dungeon item. It will once again involve hitting a switch and getting to the chest in time. It will require us to run across this narrow passageway, and I fell. I missed the switch and I fell. Seriously, I fell. Didn't fall too far, thank God. So I'm back up quickly. Annoying as it is. I'll see you back up. Alright, here we are again. What do you mean I fell down last time? I jumped down again. Stupid jump physics in this game. Also stupid switch physics, because I missed it. Like you see here. Sometimes it'll act like a wall and Link will run past it instead of just running over it. Right, try not to fall here. This is the actual challenge and I do this flawlessly. Figures. Anyway, dungeon item. You've already heard what it is. This game's hammer, called the Megaton hammer. It's a fun item to use. You can you can use it to kill enemies as well. It also acts as a weapon, not just as a puzzle solver. Let's get it out, because obviously for the rest of the dungeon we'll be using it. First of all, it will teach us that you can smash these things, these pillars that are seen throughout the dungeon. And you can also smash these pillars. Right. You want some too? Yeah, the other ones are too far away, not gonna bother. They won't be a threat. Hitting this thing will make a stairway appear. Need to grab some of these crates, or one of these crates. Because blue switch. We need something to hold it down. Right, this will take us back to this room we were in earlier. This one. Okay, this will introduce us, or Navi will introduce us to rusty switches. Something you cannot press by standing on them, you can only hit them with the hammer. Okay, now we're back in this room. Now we're on top of the room of the cage we saw earlier. Playing the Song of Time will replace the block. And it was sitting on a rusty switch. Come on, camera. There we go. Jump to the other side, hit the switch, which is obviously the switch for the cell. Because there's another key we need. And with that we need only one more. Only one more cell. It's all the way back at the entrance. There's a quick way to get there, like I've pointed out earlier. This pillar here. Which is required to get to the dungeon boss. As you can see, you can get to this platform now. You couldn't get here earlier. Don't know how Darunia got there. He doesn't look like a jumper to me. Let alone without that pillar helping him. But in the first room of the dungeon we had... Well, first of all, enemies. Enemies taken care of. We've had this thing sitting here. There's a door on the other side as well, but that's a dead end. That's the exit for where we're going now. We need a hammer to get past, and we also need a key because locked door. Okay, this room requires us to kill all enemies. It's all keys and slugs. Easily taken care of. Oh. That's what you think. I think otherwise. Alright, killing all the enemies unlocks the door. Another room with floor tiles. Think of us as enemies. Ow. Let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of this like. Before he starts eating my stuff. This will max out my rupees, because likes always drop a lot of rupees. And we get the final Skulltula. Yes. Before I forget another one. I'm not using a guide here, so I'm not surprised if I miss one here or there. We get another flare dancer for some reason. I really don't see the point. We've had regular enemies who are more of a threat than this mini-boss is. You can also use the Megaton hammer to get rid of its flames. Jump attack with the Big Goron sword, which is kind of overkill. Oh. Didn't mean to sidestep there. Bam. Right. Easy stuff taken care of. We get a chest for our reward. It's not that interesting. I believe it's bombs. But I also believe I'm not max bombs, so let's get it. Don't really need bombs anymore. Okay, final prison cell, which can only be accessed from this side. Rusty switch. It will also give us a key, like the other ones, only this time the most important key. Our way to the boss, our way to Volvagia and Darunia, if he's still alive. Because, let's be honest, we know he's going to fail. He tried to defeat this dragon without the hammer, come on. Anybody knows rule number 1 in Zelda is you defeat the dungeon boss with the dungeon item. No other way. Of course, sometimes there's other ways, I know. But usually, when you're in the dungeon, you get a dungeon item. Use the dungeon item for the boss in some way or form. I'm not max health, I see. I'm not worried. This boss is easy. Watch me die now. Anyway, we get a threatening start. Place is burning red. We lose our way out of here. Here he is. Subterranean lava dragon Volvagia. who is based on a Chinese dragon, obviously. Or an Asian one at least. More snake-like. Like I said, this guy's kind of a joke. We need arrows though. Let's get those out. Hit him when he shows up. Jump attack for double damage, because this is one of these bosses you can only hit once. Once you get a strike, he will try to chase us and flame us. Just hit him once with an arrow and he'll retract back in immediately. Okay, now he's going to try and trick us. As you see, he's going to appear not at the first spot he apparently uses. Okay, second phase is a little bit different. Once again you can arrow him, but he's a little hard to hit now. He'll drop boulders, but they're very easily avoided. Just move to the side here if he comes too close. He'll never hit you. If you see on the other side of the platform, he's never a threat. The boulders only fall where he is, as you can see. The boulders continue to fall even after he's disappeared. There's where he shows up. Hit him. Double by jump attacking. And with the big Goron sword and all the jump attacks, he's down in 3 hits. Not counting the arrow hits, because I believe that one also counts as damage. He will burn up, because he's a lava dragon, a fire dragon, so he apparently can't handle fire. Oh, there goes the easiest boss of Adult Link. Yeah, that guy's really a joke. Forest Temple's boss is a lot harder. So, another dungeon done. Let's go get our sage, our medallion. Which we need. Cutscene first. Don't worry, it's not erupting. It's just clearing up again. The curse has been broken. Ganondorf's power is no longer threatening the mountain. Here we find Darunia, who obviously is the Sage of Fire. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real man, just like I thought you would. By the way, I, the Wild Darunia, turned out to be the great Sage of Fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey, brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship. Yeah, ever since Breath of the Wild, I think of Darunia as having a Daruk voice. I'm not really good at making a Daruk voice, but in my mind it's Daruk's voice with all these Goron chieftains. You receive the fire medallion. Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his power to yours. Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers. Yeah, last time we were just sworn brothers, now we're true brothers. Big difference there. Right. Before we stop, because time is a little bit running out, we can use our newly gotten hammer to get some goodies. Which I'm going to get immediately. To end the video, I'm going to put them in this part. These rocks were previously blocking our way. These rocks are now no longer a problem. And there's an entrance here, a door, which was previously blocked, which is a Great Fairy's Fountain. What are we going to find here? Why did I put it over the hammer? Because I still need the hammer. Okay. Once again, Zelda's Lullaby. Here we have our beautiful 64-bit fairy again. This one is going to enhance our magic power. Basically saying she's going to double it. It'll extend our magic meter, giving us double magic. Also heals us. Because the last boss fight didn't heal us. I did not pick up the heart container. That's normally what you use to heal. Picking up heart containers is a no-no. Yeah, we weren't damaged that much. So we now have double magic. Not really a necessity up to this point. It will be later. But we don't have that many magic spells yet. The magic spells we do have aren't really required up to this point. We will be getting more of these at some point. Especially when we get the magic arrows and stuff. We'll be using magic a lot more. So having double is a good thing to have now. Especially if you start using magic arrows. And Din's Fire more or Nehru's Love. You run out of magic quite quickly if you have only the normal amount. Okay, we need it to be nighttime now. Because there's 2 more Skulltulas on the mountain. Which we're going to get. They're both behind hammer rocks we couldn't get before. Ow. There's one. There's one more. Before we end the episode, it'll be the last thing I do. Already way over time. I don't care. I want to finish this. Because next episode I want to start with getting the 4th bottle. We need to get down here. Here's another rock. And a Skulltula get. This should be the last one on the mountain. Which is... Death Mountain is cleared of Skulltulas. Alright, that's it for this part, so I'll see you next time. Treecks out.